Hello everybody and welcome back to Soul Awareness. My name is Jane and I do readings or messages for everybody, and on Sundays for Pisces as well. We are definitely in uncertain times, okay? A lot of people are looking for answers. They're looking to hear something, a message of hope. What I'm talking to you today is an explanation of how, I guess, this is supposed to play out, okay? And how you can utilize it to your best ability to get through life in a way that's going to make you stronger, and so that you can build in what some could call the winter of life, right? We go through periods in history of spring, summer, fall, and winter. This definitely feels like a winter, not only because it's winter outside, but there is winter as well kind of feeling. It's as an empath, it is very hard to watch anything or look at anything without feeling the impact of what's being spread out there. And but as a reader, it's a great opportunity to bring you really fantastic messages of hope and of tools that you can utilize. So the main message today, let's start with that, is most definitely the Strength card. Okay? Not only is Strength really beautiful in the way that it comes in. If you put number 8, it's the infinity number. It's beautiful. It always comes back to this. You can fall rock bottom. You can be the saddest you are, or the weakest that you are. But at one point, figuratively speaking, we all kind of put our dukes up and say, I'm going to find the strength to get the heck out of this. Okay? And that's what makes us continue living. That's what makes us thrive. That's where innovations come in. So we have to remember that when times are a little bit questionable, when your fears are getting the best of you, when you don't know where you're going or where you stand or what's going to happen, you do have the strength to carry on. You have the strength to go forward. Now let's take a look at that, the strength, okay? So, you got to remember that strength puts you on the threshold of discovery. Strength tests your faith, your truth, your courage. It tests your integrity and your stamina when difficult or challenging situations arise. Strength works from the truest form of self-love and knowing the soul self. It awakens your instinctual nature, igniting your soul into creative energy, adventure, passion, and love for life. Your human instincts and your spiritual intuition work together, creating and enforcing the inner strength to follow your bliss. Strength number is 8, the number of abundance, manifestation, and karma. When your inner strength shines through you, you are radiant with a lust for life. It releases passion. It opens your heart full and strong. And the strength of love and compassion flow from you without expectation. The faith and trust you have in yourself and your abilities unfold into creative power, opening you to the awe and wonders of the world and cosmos. The fears that once kept you trapped melt away. Inner strength brings you to the present. When you live your life in the present, you see through the soul of the Strength card. You're not living life through the reactive ego, but from the instinctual, compassionate, and intuitive strength. You understand you, nature, the world, and the divine are really all one. Strength brings patience and a point of view to life from a holistic and collective perspective. Strength encourages you to begin the process of self-discovery by stretching your mind, your heart, and soul to open and trust. You can then move forward, living your life creatively, authentically, in the ever-changing world. And we are in an ever-changing world, and it feels the changes can be felt right now. Okay? Strength whispers the time is now. Your life experience is now. Make a move. You have a choice to stay safe, though you're never really safe from change. Or you have a choice to embrace life and all its experiences, taking the good with the bad, seeing the possibilities and potentials of both, knowing that with every experience, there's an opportunity to learn and expand beyond the present situation. Uncertainty can bring feelings of resistance that unfold into fear. And uncertainty is part of being human, but it can teach you to bring your courage, your trust, and faith to the forefront. Whatever decision, change, or challenge arises, address each one with the gifts that strength brings. Find that strength inside to confront the fears and feelings that block you from living an expansive life. The more you practice this, the stronger you become. Your spiritual strength will bless you with inner peace and passion for life. Strength gives you confidence, courage, creativity, faith, patience, and the endurance to release fears and resolve conflicts. It presents solid, reliable sources to you, bringing compassion, composure, and peace to any unsettled situations. And it indicates an exciting time that awakens your heart to explore new things, new self, travel, relationships, education, career, whatever, and to follow your dreams and true destiny. It represents the strength and power of self-love. With strength energy, you realize that your true purpose is to evolve every day. And every time you practice this, your being radiates wisdom, truth, and courage. I really love the explanation of this card through this book for this. It is absolutely wonderful. It has in-depth explanations that really touch the heart and really, I feel, is really touching the heart of the matter, right? Is really touching the core of what we're feeling right now. And that's what I feel like this is saying. Like right now, the Tower came out. This is now. See, this is now. The Tower. I feel that that's what's going on right now. That's where our heart is. That's where we feel that everything is kind of crumbling down around us. And it doesn't feel like anything is really functioning the way it should, right? Things are kind of at a standstill because they're busy falling apart. They're not. I mean, they're not at a standstill. They are falling apart. Okay? When you look at this image of the Tower, your first impression might be, yikes, holy crap. And yeah, the image is very troubling. It's not a pretty picture, actually. When you get a Tower card, and that lightning bolt strikes, it can feel very unexpected. It feels sudden. It creates, chaos, havoc. And it feels like the world as you know it just changes drastically. Everything's different. But the duality of the tower is transformation, enlightenment, clarity, and healing. And it's a very big mixed bag. But that's what the tower is about. It throws you into a new reality and into an unknown future, all at once, and without warning sometimes. It hits hard, it hits fast, and sometimes it's when you least expect it. If you're a person who is very spiritual, you might have felt this coming, though. I have to say that. You may have not known the extent in which it was coming, but you might have felt this coming. I feel that you might have. The tower can bring incredible loss. And it'll blow up the top of anything that's false. And the tower's purpose is to wake you up to something you've been missing, ignoring, walking away from, trying to, just sweep under the rug. It brings cleansing, rebuilding. We all kind of get caught up in the status quo of whatever feeds our ego. Sometimes out of that, our worlds become more and more materialistic. Our values and desires may get mixed up and become false to who we really are. The foundations that we build, emotional, material, spiritual, mental, could be a projected exterior illusion and not really fulfilling, right? And meaning that is like you can just be kind of thinking that's what you want, but it's something that you were taught. Like I found that when I was young, I wanted to be a good religious person, but it was something that I was taught. And it wasn't necessarily the path that I wanted with that specific religion. But I wanted something similar. But I was taught it wasn't my own path. So sometimes you put things in place and you realize at one point, this is not who I am. This doesn't feel okay, right? Sometimes we get wrapped up in our own little world and our little vision gets so blinded we're not aware that there's actually a problem. And this is when the tower enters. I think that's happened to most of the world, right? There's been little fires everywhere, not literal fires. Well, there's been literal fires, but I mean, like of discontent and unhappiness and this and that and inflation and people hurting and etc. And you name it, put whatever you want to insert here. And we've just kind of been keeping going and just maybe not really paying attention as much as we should have. And that builds to a crescendo, right? And that's when the tower comes in. When it hits, anything that's not true, strong, it's gonna crumble. And it'll cover life experiences such as careers, relationships, homes, loss, setbacks. It's big medicine, the tower. It's big medicine. I love the way they point that out here. It is medicine. It feels like really bad medicine, but it is. And this is when you get to do some really deep soul searching. When it hits, sometimes it feels like there's no answer for why something's happened. Loss, devastation, could be through crisis, anything. There are different things that jolt us to a different space in our hearts and our lives. Acceptance of our destiny is the only way to shift and begin to heal. So the tower can motivate us to connect with our higher selves and ask for guidance in order for us to move forward with truth and renovation in ourselves and our new world. It brings healing strength. Here's the strength card coming in, and it's twice on the table today. And perseverance. The Tower shifts energy, liberating you from blocks, bringing in new awareness and brand new ha-has. You know, aha moments. Aha, oh my God. Right? So, at some points we have to trust that this is all happening and it's all falling in our path. And it was put there by the universe, the creator, the source, to help us learn something new, to help us expand. So if this lightning bolt feels very personal to you, or you feel like it's hit the world somehow and it's affecting your environment, right? Change always comes in when change needs to come in. There's either stagnation, inertia, blocks, restricted attitudes, belief systems, situations, job, whatever it is. The Tower's job is to transform the challenge into something more meaningful and true for you and everyone around you, the world, right? The Tower reawakens your spiritual fire. It makes you look for a deeper meaning to things. It leads you back to your authentic self. And it's not an easy lesson. But if you follow the light, it's bright. So be kind to yourself when this comes. I love these, and as I was putting my own in it, of course, as we were going, because of course it's not just about what's written, but what's written really helped. I just feel here with this reading is that we're all kind of feeling the crunch of this stuff that's coming in. And as written here, there is abundance coming in with this. There's absolute abundance. Because this is a rock bottom situation. Okay? When you hit rock bottom, the only place you can go is up. The only place you can go is up. They always say that. You have to hit rock bottom to find your way back up. Well, up is abundance. If you lose everything, when you gain something as you go up, that's abundance. And a lot of that might not even be materialistic. What you're going to gain is strength and a belief in yourself. And understand that life is more than just what you've been seeing and what you've been feeling or what social is feeding you. It starts with you, the people you love, your environment, the food you grow, the clothes you wear, because those are the things that matter, right? Those are the things that keep you alive. All the crap that swirls around us in this world is just crap. I think we've come to a point where we have to decide, what are we going to let in? And what are we going to let go? What are we going to let crumble in the ashes? Burn up and disappear. Okay? So you have the Five of Pentacles. Another, 5 are hard numbers. You have a 5 here, you have 5 there. This was never meant to be a reading for the faint of heart. We'll just say that. It was never meant to be a reading for the faint of heart. The 5 of Pentacles brings a time for soul searching. I love this. Your soul self is beckoning you to reconnect to your spiritual self by regaining your faith and strength, leading to transformation and spiritual growth. You see how the word strength comes in through all of this. And it's not the strength that you get by lifting weights. It's not the strength by imposing your strength. It's the strength that comes from within. It gets down to the bare bones of what is true wealth. Material wealth can bring freedom and security, but it can also trap you in its structure, making you vulnerable to worldly mishaps. The riches of inner wealth are your spiritual strength, the strong love in your heart that can't be taken from you. Inner wealth brings self-love and an inner freedom separate from material desires. The Five of Pentacles can bring upheaval and change to finances, health, relationships, career, etc., etc. You put whatever you want in here, right? Anything you think is solid and stable is at risk when it appears. Of course it does. Sometimes it's just mental health right now that's at risk. Okay? The abundance and happiness and well-being is at risk in a world filled with chaos. Okay? Never mind the rest of the stuff. Right? We are all children playing out life on the world stage. Misfortune and struggle are in the script, given opportunities to expand ourselves spiritually and collectively. And Spirit is always there, guiding you through life's journey. Faith in Spirit sometimes is the only tool you possess. Make sure to reach out to the guides and the messages that come in, such as this one, to help you refocus where your spirit needs to be. We run, we're trying to get away from stuff, and we're just running away from our fears. Doesn't mean that they're not there. They're still there. They're still there. So, in the last tarot card that came in with this is this beautiful card of the world. I love it. I love it because I feel that it speaks volumes in knowing that the path is going to lead us to a culmination, right? Things happen for a reason. We get to where we need to be when we need to get there, right? So, we are going to complete this cycle for sure. And a new beginning will happen. Whether it is, well, I do believe that there will be some kind of worldly, the world always resets at one point, right? But I think this is more something that you can do for yourself right now. It's not word for word quote, but even Tony Robbins has said it. If you can succeed in the winter of life, you can succeed in any season. Actually, it could be a quote word for word. The mind, body, heart, and spirit are in harmony and fully integrated when you reach this level. And you can reach this level, right? And it opens you up to the boundless gifts of the world. Then your whole self bathes in the expanse of creation. And you live in complete trust without fear. Remember, you're the fool on a hero's journey to completion. This is what we do. This is what we're doing here. And even for those that it shouldn't be that way, shouldn't, but it is. Look at anybody. Look at everybody. Everybody has a journey. Everybody's going through their own journey. Okay? But when you reach this world, this beautiful spot, there's joy, love, and fulfillment. There's wisdom. There's unity. There's higher self. You feel liberated and free. And you trust who you are at this point. The dark and the light are integrated. That's what I mean about the winter of life, right? You get to feel deep love that fills your being and stretches out to the world around you. You start feeling at one with everything. You start understanding everything. You start looking at everything that happens. And even though it may sadden you, even sometimes anger you, even a little bit dismay you, you understand that things have a season, have wisdom, reasons. You understand. Okay? The woman in the universe card, world card, embodies and has balanced aspect of the masculine and feminine natures into one being. She's liberated herself from fear and falsehood. She's living freely and flourishing in the world community. She knows her being is part of everything everywhere, and she sits quietly, absorbs the inner peace and love that comes from the integration of the physical self, soul self, and the realm of spirit. Like the cycles of moon and the passing season, each of us are continually spiraling through experiences, spiraling, I should say, through experiences in life, stretching, challenging ourselves to grow and expand. Completion and new beginnings go hand in hand, bringing evolution and wholeness. You are always fine-tuning your personal rhythm with the flow of the universal rhythm. After the hard times comes the times of manifestation. Out of, adversity comes invention. It's always been said. And it's been true. Necessity is the mother of all inventions. Is there any more sayings that I can say? They're all true. Everything that represents a challenge brings in great new discoveries. It represents achievement, success in areas of your life. It represents mind and heart in unison, engaging in life fully, actively experience different worlds, different thoughts, and miracles in life are unveiled. Like you've been given a magical gift to explore, create something new. You realize life is never a never-ending journey, and it's your job to live it as fully as you can. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, with passion and responsibility. There's a feeling of being one with everything. A sense of unison, a unity. And you transcend. You're always on a journey. Some of them are small. Some of them are very profound. But you always arrive at completion with a lot of lessons learned. Some things remain the same. Some things change. The importance is you come out with a deeper understanding about yourself, about others, the world around you. To bring yourself back into balance with your spiritual truth. By learning to control and harness energies, desires, reaction, moods that don't support you anymore. You realize that separateness leads to stagnant energy and unfulfillment. When you integrate your experience and lessons into your life, your personal vision expands on the horizon of new realizations. You exercise your full potential. You add to the world and the universe in a way that no one else can. So I'm going to stop there. Not that there's not more. I could probably stay here for a very, very long time, but I'm going to look at other cards right now. This one says, I trust myself to deal with any problems that arise during the day. I feel that this card is telling you as well how to deal with stuff, how to deal with life right now. Take it one bite at a time, okay? Microcosm is like the little things. Macro is big, micro is small. Just take one little thing at a time and deal with it when you can. Because sometimes it's too big. The mountain's too big. It doesn't matter how you get there as long as you do, right? As long as you do. Let me see what it says here. If it says here. Yeah. See the world with in a grain of sand. And heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand. And eternity in an hour. William Blake. We're all the embodiment of the universe in a tiny little miniature form. If we matter, every little thing that we do towards our betterment matters. Okay? You may feel that the little things that you do don't matter, but they do. Okay? And not only that, what you do will inspire somebody else to do. Okay? We always go in big, big things. But what if we could work at helping people do little things in a very big way? If you could do very little things in a very big way, how accomplished would people feel if they could actually manage to accomplish something? We're in a world where it feels like we can't do anything, that all our power has been taken away from us. Okay? We live in a world where we're constantly being deceived, right? Deceit is abound. It's just always around the corner, staring at us in the face. Fake crap all over our feeds. Nobody is committed to really being true. It's time to do our own vigilant work to find the truth. But first, in ourselves. The facts are what you live. They can say a million things are at fault for different things, but you're the one who goes to shop for food. You know how much things are. You know what's going on. You know how much it costs to bring it from there to home, right? Promises, social medias, even news outlet, he can deceive us and lie till the cows come home, and it's not really going to help our situation right now. What helps our situation right now is supporting each other. How to help your neighbor. Your neighbor has a small business with eggs. You can buy eggs from them. I do it. If you can help them with something, they help you with something. Help each other. Okay? That's not deceit. That's the truth. We spend too much time looking at this and kind of sort of seeing the deceit, but not all of it. Because we can't be sure, because it's so far away from us that we're not actually touching it. Invest your time in things that you can touch, things that you can change, your strength of character. Build a community that can be touched, right? It's time to go inner strength. We could all say, well, my leader says not to be friends with you. But why would I listen to somebody I don't know? Why would I care about their opinion when I'm talking to you? When I hear from you? When you're talking to me? I don't let fake crap or high mountains, people talking from high mountains, by the way, that are going to crumble, tell me what to do with like-minded community people. Boundaries and borders are for people of power. They're not for people of spirit. We're all one. Right now is a time to help yourself and make this world a better place. We will always end up at some point in a winter time. And it's what grows out of that that really shows our mettle. It does. That really shows how strong we are, how abundant we can. And it's in the right now. Not when times are better, when it feels better, when the world calms down. It's right now. I hope that this message finds you well. I hope that this message empowers you to do something. I want you to do something today. Tell me something that you're going to do today to empower your mind and your spirit. I think I'm going to write a blog. I think I'm going to also work on group meetings that I'm planning shortly with people to help them empower themselves with their life path number. We can get together. I can give them tools on how to better figure out what to use inside themselves, work with their strengths, work with what they perceive as weaknesses, give them the wisdom and insight to move forward in their lives and really take their life by storm. Okay? I want you to write to me in the comment section what you're going to do for yourself. It doesn't need to be for anything. Something you're going to work on that's going to add quality to your life, to your environment, okay? To hell with everything that's going on right now. It's time to really focus on how you can contribute a better feeling energy within yourself. And that in itself is going to give to the people around you. It's going to be felt to everybody around you. And that's what we need the most of right now. That kind of evolution. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this. Over here, I have my Life Path Number channel. That shows your Life Path Number tarot. If you click on that, there's a video explaining how you find yours, how to calculate it. And over here is going to be a playlist of other videos on this channel that you might like. Thank you so much for being here. Love, light, and blessings. I will see you in the next reading.